Hey guys, Gina here. So this is our first official Let's Talk About It open book session. And as you can see by the title, it's when is a good time to introduce someone to your kids. Now, I'm old school, okay, and my mom was old school. So back then they had this funny little thing that they used to do. This is your Uncle Red or your Uncle James or your Uncle John, okay? This was really who they were dating. There were no sleepovers. There were no spending up the nights. You saw these gentlemen every so often, okay? And the ladies back in those times were ladies. They conducted themselves in that fashion, and they carried themselves in that fashion in front of their children, especially the girls. So my mom was married. She became divorced, and so just because she's divorced, she has kids, she's still, she's still a woman first. So she still wanted to date, she still wanted to go out and have a good time, but she did it in a respectable manner, and she passed those mannerisms on to us. So when is a good time to introduce your kids to someone? I would say 6 months. During this time, you should have, and we have to do this nowadays, you should have did a background check. You should have at least met their parents. They should have met your parents at this time. You should know bad habits, any thing that you feel that you may not be able to deal with. Is this someone that's going to be potentially your husband, wife? You need to find out where you stand with that before you introduce these new people to your children. And I'm seeing a lot nowadays where women are not only introducing these people to their kids early, they moving them in like a week after knowing them. That's not good. You're not setting a good example for either your boys or your girls, but especially your girls. We have to go back to teaching our children, male and female children, to respect themselves. And the way that they do that is by a role model. And you should be the children's role model, whether you are dad or mom. This is on both sides of the spectrum. Also, I have to gear this towards our gays and our lesbians. We have children in our home also. So you have a duty to be respectful and be a role model for your children as well. We all have to do our duties as parents. This is one of them. They learning too much too fast. That is our society today, but we can slow that down. We as parents, we have the ability and we have the control to do that. We have the control to set the tone and set the tempo of what is going to go on in our households. So we have to be held accountable for that. And so that's why I say 6 months is a good time. There should not be any sleepovers. I'm going back to the good old days, as you will. So even though my children are all grown, I have my grandkids that's coming up, and so I have a duty to them as well. So no shacking up. I'm going back to old school. I have already been on my journey back to re-virginizing myself, if you will. So January will be a solid year that I will have had no sex whatsoever. And that's the journey that I'm on right now. So we don't stop being parents. You know, our kids have kids, their kids are gonna have kids, and so you want your people to be able to look back and say, you know, oh, Nana, she was this type of lady, and hold you in a good light, you know, or Papa, he was a good person, he was a good man, I want a man like my Papa, or, you know, things of this nature. So the only way that that's going to happen is you have to walk in the path that you want them to walk in. We can no longer say, do as I say, not as I do. You want them to do as you do and do as you say. So that is my thought. Those are my opinions on a good time frame to have a new introduction into your baby's lives. You know, too much running in and out, that's not good for them to see that. It mixes them up. It gives them the wrong message that, you know, hey, I'm finished with this one, I can bring this one, or you might not even be done with one of them or two of them. This is not good to have this traffic coming through your household. So be ladies and gentlemen for your children and for your children's children. So drop maybe a video, do a video response on this, do your little comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're on the same page, if you got any little funny stories about how, you know, your single moms or dads try to bring someone in and be discreet about it. I would love to hear about those. So I hope this touched someone and shares some knowledge on someone. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video and on the next topic. Bye. Have a great day.